Hey everybody, it's Julianne from Cary Quilting Company in Cary, North Carolina. Full disclosure, my bee and I are actually on vacation this week at the retreat at Lake Gaston. So this was actually shot last week, but for all intents and purposes, I'm going to say that today is August 2nd, Monday. Today we have a 44-piece collection by Holt for Riley Blake Designs. It's called Stitch, and it is really beautiful, lots and lots of color. And we will dive right in because it takes a while to get through all these bolts. So that is the first bolt. Here is the second, which is like a cheater panel, what they used to call cheater panels, but you can use it in a way that's not cheating because there's no cheating in quilting. I also wanted to show you the adorable selvages on this because they are very cute for those of you who collect selvages. Okay, like I said, it's a 44-piece collection, so we're going to cruise through it pretty quickly, but you can always find it online at caryquilting.com and take all the time in the world to look at all the prints yourself. I do like that she uses a large variety of color in this collection, even within color families. You'll see a lot of different blues and greens in here that can be used in lots of different ways. I particularly like this piece with all the cute words on it. I think it would be an adorable bag to carry your quilting supplies in. And Kim behind the camera really likes this piece because we've already discussed it. While we're flipping through, I also wanted to remind you that our Challenging Fabric Challenge is now open. And what that means is that if you decide that you're going to participate in the Challenging Fabric Challenge, you will order a bag of fabric sight unseen, and you'll be receiving the same half yard of fabric that everyone else in the challenge receives. Your job, once you get this fabric, is to open up the bag, see what's inside, and then choose what you're going to do with it. Your challenge is to use a quarter yard of the half yard that's in the bag to create a quilt, any size, any technique, any design, anything. But that fabric has to be included. At least half of what you get in your bag has to be included in your quilt. As always, this is our 5th year doing the Challenging Fabric Challenge, and we will be having a viewer's choice voting on finished quilts in November. So you have to send us really nice pictures of your finished quilts by the end of October because the pictures are what people use to decide who wins. So if you have not already pre-ordered your challenging fabric, it will run out. We have limited yardage. So if you think you'd be interested in participating, go ahead and get it or order it online. You'll just search challenging fabric when you go to our website if you're ordering online. And in the store, it's available as of yesterday. Whew, like I said, there are a lot of bolts in this collection. That one has a very tiny little cross-stitch design on it. And then we have that in 4 colors. So Lori Holt has a pretty strong following. If you aren't aware, she always puts out a huge collection every year and then does a quilt along to go with it. So this collection, this is one of my favorite prints. It reminds me of those 50s, 60s, 70s patterns, I guess mostly 50s and 60s on there. So I will show you a picture of the quilt along quilt that is going to be on her blog, and you will find and participate in that quilt along on her blog. I like those. They look like tiny churn dashes, but they're actually just like hash marks. Although I don't think anyone called them hash marks until about 10 or 15 years ago. All right, we are closing in. This one is a fun pattern to me. Those are about 1 inch across. Those are interesting. I like the difference in scale that she has provided as well. Sometimes, you know, you get too much little pattern or too much big pattern. It gets overwhelming one way or the other. And we do have a variety of scale in these collections. And these are all teeny tiny little dot flowers, I guess you'd call them, on yellow and green and pink and gray. And then we have 2 others. And last but not least, there's little, they look like cotton balls, little white flowers on brown. We also have the 10-inch stacks. So this will give you just a piece of everything in there. I'm guessing 42 pieces. So you get a piece of almost everything in there. Oh yeah, the two big pieces at the front that I showed you are the two that are missing from this collection. And we also have these cute buttons that were designed to go with this collection. You can see they have different shapes on them and different colors, but they all are meant to go with the Stitch collection and probably are meant to be included in the My Happy Place sew along. So this is the quilt. It actually finishes pretty generously, 76 by 88. So if you did have an extra bed or a spare bed in your sewing area, this would be a beautiful way to connect it to your sewing room. Last but not least, there are simple shapes. These are the templates used. Let's see, it's hard to actually see one, but these are the templates used in this quilt, in the quilt-along quilt. These so simple shapes for My Happy Place. If I could read, it would help. 38 templates in this collection. And of course, once you've used them for the Happy Place quilt, you can use them for anything else. So I'm sure there's some adorable shapes in there, some little flowers and birds and things that you can use for future projects as well. That is what I have for you today. So we have the huge Lori Holt collection called Stitch. We have the challenging fabric challenge that has already started. And we have me probably in the water at the lake house right now. I hope you have a great day. And we'll be back here tomorrow with more new fabric for you. We have a whole week of new fabric. So stay tuned. Have a good afternoon. Bye.